The question that many people in the travel industry have been asking is there no end to this revenge? But according to two new reports, it looks like that there very well may be. Now, the first one coming courtesy of Morning Consult. This is a survey of some 14,000 people that shows we're starting to see travel intentions fall. And we can see that right here in places like Russia, Canada, Germany. And look at this, an 11 percentage point drop in travel interest coming out of France. That's people saying that they plan to take a trip for leisure in the next 12 months. So then the question becomes, well, is rising interest, mainly coming out of Asia Pacific that we're seeing right here, enough to make up for an anticipated drop from other areas? We can see a 9 percentage point increase in travel coming from Japan, but the thing to know there is that interest there still remains relatively low. Only half of Japanese respondents in this survey said that they plan to take a leisure trip, and that's something we've seen backed up by survey after survey. But of course, all eyes and the big money here on China, an incredible 22% point increase in travel intentions coming out of China, but another report throwing some cold water on this statistic as well, saying that Chinese travelers are, quote, losing their gusto after an initial opening following the borders at the beginning of this year. Now, that's coming from Oxford Economics. Now, we published a report on both of these just about 40 minutes ago on CNBC.com. You can check that out for more details. But Oxford Economics saying that high unemployment, stagnating wages, and problems in the country's property sector simply not a solid backdrop for Chinese travelers to splash out on big international trips.
All right, Mon, come walk over here and join us here. I mean, so far the recovery in travel in China has been domestic, right, within the country. What are the prospects for outbound international travel by Chinese travelers, and could that help travel demand out in this part of the world?
Yes, so outbound bookings from China definitely set to continue increasing. In fact, I talked with some executives who sort of projected, even before China announced it was reopening, that maybe when other areas started to wane, we started to see other areas pull back on travel, that would be when Chinese travelers came in, maybe sort of save the day. But if we look at Oxford Economics report, it says it's probably not going to be enough to make up for a drop in travelers from other regions. Now, one thing it does talk about, it says we're starting to see even revenge travel within Asia Pacific starting to fall as well. It specifically focuses on Singaporeans going to Malaysia. Now, we know that's a tried and true path, but it says that even peaked at the end of last year and has really fallen off and just sort of plateaued this year. The one thing, though, to know about this report from Oxford Economics, it is sticking with the contention that it says that the U.S. will enter a recession at the end of this year, the beginning of next year, saying that's when travelers really pull back when things get tough. But things haven't exactly been great for travelers over the past 12 months. It's been a lot. It's been expensive. They've stuck with it. But I have to say, these two reports, the most compelling evidence I've seen thus far to show that enthusiasm is really starting to crack under the economic pressures.
Okay.